Solve the equation for the variable t. In order to solve for this variable t, we'll need to completely isolate it, and we can start by peeling off the other variables that are attached. The easiest one to get rid of is this p, so let's begin by dividing both sides by p. When we do this, the p's cancel on the right-hand side, and we're left with a divided by p is equal to 1 plus rt. Again, we're trying to isolate t, and now the easiest thing to peel away is the 1, so we'll subtract 1 from both sides. On the right-hand side, we have rt. I'm actually going to move that to the left, and on the other side, we'll have a divided by p minus 1. Again, we're trying to get t by itself, and now we're ready to divide both sides by r, which will completely isolate the t. The r's cancel, and on the left-hand side, we're now left with just t. However, on the right-hand side, what we have is a complex fraction. A complex fraction is one with more than 2 stories. Since we have a fraction in the numerator of this fraction, we do need to continue to simplify this in order to obtain a fraction with only 2 stories, one that's not complex. To do that, we can go into this numerator and multiply by p over p, so that we have a common denominator in the numerator, and then we can subtract the fractions in the numerator. So this is going to yield a divided by p minus 1 times p over p, which is just going to be p over p. And we're still all over r in the denominator. Since we now have a common denominator in this numerator, we can subtract those fractions up there to get a minus p all over that single denominator p, and everything is still over r. Let's recall how we go about dividing fractions. When we have a fraction that's divided by another fraction, the way that we do that is by keeping the numerator, flipping the denominator, and changing that divide to multiply. Essentially, we're multiplying by the reciprocal of the denominator. So that's what we're going to do here in order to simplify this complex fraction. We keep the numerator as it is, a minus p over p, and then we multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator. The denominator is just r, and its reciprocal is 1 over r. Now that we're multiplying fractions, we can just multiply straight across to get a minus p in the numerator and p times r in the denominator. We've completely solved for t, and we have a 2-story fraction on the other side, not a complex fraction, and so this is an acceptable solution for t.